Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is your Week in Yucatan Today, presented by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatan's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, Merida's water grid is almost at its breaking point, according to authorities. A fatal screwworm case in Merida emphasizes the urgent need for vigilance with open injuries. State firefighters performed a dramatic fourth-story vertical rescue to save an injured senior. A viral police theft claim turned out to be a legal repossession and a high-profile example of vehicle fraud. Chichén Itzá is set to debut a brand new entrance protocol this Friday. Let's get started. Merida's rapid urban expansion has officially outpaced its hydraulic infrastructure, according to the head of the Yucatan Water and Sewage Board, JAPAY. Francisco Torres admitted that the city's water system is currently pushed to its breaking point, particularly in high-growth areas like Ciudad Cauquel. This crisis, he warned, is fueled by a combination of factors, including the conversion of residential lots into high-consumption commercial businesses, the addition of second stories to original housing plans, and the displacement of residents from the city center to the outskirts. While recent service outages in the West have been temporarily resolved, authorities are urging citizens to maintain emergency water reserves. Solving this systemic issue will require massive financial investment and significant time, as the city's current dependence on the aging electrical grid remains a major vulnerability during the upcoming heat wave. Last week, the Yucatan Ministry of Health confirmed the death of a patient diagnosed with myiasis caused by the New World screwworm. The patient was an elderly woman in Merida who suffered from severe pre-existing conditions, including advanced diabetes. Officials are treating this as an isolated human case and stress that there is no risk of a broader outbreak among the general population. Still, authorities are launching a strategic suppression campaign across Merida to control the fly population. You can help by keeping a close eye on your pets. Inspect them daily for open wounds, as these are where the flies lay their eggs. If you spot suspicious larvae on an animal, do not attempt to remove them without protection. Report it immediately by calling 800-751-2100 for free professional intervention. A viral video involving a man accusing Canacín police of stealing his truck has been revealed to be a complex case of vehicle fraud. The man claimed he found his own vehicle on display at a car lot on Avenida Itza in Merida, just weeks after it was impounded. The investigation revealed the truck was originally sold by a dealership that still held the legal title due to unpaid debt. It was then illegally resold on social media to the man in the video, presumably using forged papers. Once the truck was impounded by police for a separate traffic violation, the dealership, as its legal owner, was notified. They presented the original documentation to authorities, paid the impound fees, and recovered their property to put it back up for sale. The State Police Department, SSP, has urged the man in the video to file a formal fraud complaint against the person who sold him the truck on social media without the proper title. As we've reported in the past, vehicle fraud has become increasingly common in Yucatan in recent years. To avoid being scammed when in the market for a used car, make sure to check Repube. Repube, the Registro Público Vehicular, is Mexico's official national vehicle database. By entering a car's license plate or serial number into the system, you can instantly see if it has a theft report. A specialized rescue operation drew crowds in the Garcia Jimenez neighborhood of Merida this past Sunday. A 71-year-old resident suffered a serious fall inside her fourth-floor apartment, resulting in a severe injury that required immediate hospitalization. However, paramedics faced a major obstacle as the building's elevators were too small for a stretcher and the staircases were too narrow for a safe manual carry. To ensure the patient's safety and prevent further injury, firefighters opted for a vertical rescue. Using specialized ropes and a basket stretcher, rescuers carefully lowered the woman to the ground level. The patient was then stabilized by paramedics and transported to a local hospital for surgery. Changes are coming to Chichén Itzá. Beginning on Friday, March 27, the site is officially moving its entrance to the brand new Catby Visitor Center. This new layout guides visitors through a modern welcome center and the site museum before passing the sacred cenote on the way to the iconic pyramid of Kukulkan. In more good news, this transition marks the permanent end of the frustrating double ticket system. For decades, tourists were required to stand in two separate lines to pay federal and state fees separately. Under the new scheme, visitors will make one single payment at a single window. This update is part of a broader push to reduce bottlenecks at the main entrance and provide a more professional, streamlined experience for the thousands of international travelers who visit this UNESCO World Heritage Site daily. Now let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. Sweeten your weekend at the Honey and Bee Festival in the San Ignacio Tezip submunicipality of Merida. From March 28th to the 30th, between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., Abeja Planet hosts 3 days dedicated to the vital role of bees in Yucatan. Browse unique products from 15 exhibitors, including pure honey, wax crafts, and soaps. Whether you are a beekeeper or simply a honey lover, it's a wonderful chance to support local producers and conservation. Good Friday is coming up next week. While it isn't officially a federally recognized holiday, it is observed as such by both the state of Yucatan and Mexico's Banking Commission. That means many local businesses, government offices, and even banks may be closed on Thursday and Friday, so be sure to plan ahead. 2 towns in Yucatan are especially known for their Good Friday traditions: Acanque, just southeast of Merida, and the Pueblo Mágico of Mani. Visit either town for deeply solemn reenactments of the Way of the Cross, living traditions that reflect profound devotion. If you do attend, be sure to remain respectful at all times. But that's not all there is to do next week. If you're looking for something a little more refreshing, here's a treat. You can get an advance-free digital copy of the April issue of Yucatán Today magazine. This month, dive into one of Yucatan's greatest natural treasures, cenotes, and find plenty of ideas and inspiration for a quick getaway that won't break the bank. Find direct links to more details on these events in this episode's description, and check out yuctantoday.com for more activities happening in our state. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatan Peninsula with us. Looking at the gardens and tropical trees of Mexico, you might spot what looks like a harmless tuft of cotton or a tiny Persian cat. Don't be fooled. This is the flannel moth caterpillar, famously known in Yucatan as the oruga gato. That translates into cat caterpillar. While its dense, silky fur in shades of white, beige, or yellow looks inviting, it hides a sophisticated defense system. Beneath that soft hair are venomous spines that inject toxins upon contact. Touching one can cause intense stinging pain, swelling, and even nausea. If you ever accidentally brush against one, experts recommend using adhesive tape to gently pull the microscopic spines out of your skin before washing the area. While they play their part in the local ecosystem, they are definitely a look but don't touch resident of the Maya landscape. Read more about the flannel moth caterpillar by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatan today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatántoday.com. We're off next week for Good Friday, but we'll be back in 2 weeks with your local news summary. Your Week in Yucatan Today is jointly produced by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Make sure to leave a rating, subscribe, and recommend our podcast to help us bring you a summary of Yucatan's local news in English. Yucatán Today is your Yucatan companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yuctantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for listening.